Hi everybody, it's Radley, and it's trying third time's the charm for Ask Rad. So we've been having some technical difficulties. I don't know why, but I think we're finally resolved, I hope. So today I'm wearing Pegasus, so dreams that take flight, wishes come true. Thought that would be kind of fun to wear for Ask Rad this week. So I wanted to start with talking about one of my favorite books, and a book that was definitely one of my mom's favorite books, and it's called Songs of My Life, Slightly Out of Tune. And this is a Hay House book by my friend Susan Dentino, and I know I'm slightly dating myself when I say this, but she's sort of the Irma Bombeck of Hay House. That's at least how I see her. So this book it's called Songs of My Life, Slightly Out of Tune, because every single chapter title is a song. So we've got chapter titles like Just the Way You Are, and Teach Your Children Well, and Don't Worry, Be Happy. And one of my favorite chapters in here for sure is We Are Family on Vacation. So there's a totally hysterical chapter where Susan Dentino completely lost her mind and decided to take her two young daughters and her toddler to Disney World, driving all the way from New York to Florida. Crazy. And the adventures that ensued. There's also a thing in here about the trip that they took on a cruise liner and how crazy and insane that was. But there's also some stories in here that are about sadness and about the things that Susan has learned in her life, growing and coming of a greater and deeper spiritual understanding of her life and who she is. And so the book is poignant, but it is hysterically funny. So Songs of My Life, Slightly Out of Tune by Susan Dentino. I think you'll love it. Check it out. So, because, it's 11:11 where I live. Make a wish. See, I told you. Pegasus. Okay, so we're going to get started now on doing readings. So just to let everybody know exactly how this kind of works, on Facebook Live, when you post a question underneath this video, it scrolls really, really quickly. And I only ever see 4 of them at a time, and they're just rolling right on by. I, of course, am going to take questions from the video. I just have to kind of grab them with my eyes as best as I possibly can. So because of that, we wanted to give you another opportunity to be able to post a question that isn't flying by, and that is in the post that is pinned to the top of my page. It looks like a big golden scroll, and so you can post questions there as well. And so I'm going to get going. I usually start on the Facebook page. I'm going to refresh the page. By the way, if you are interested in checking out Songs of My Life, Slightly Out of Tune, you will find a post for it right below this video where you can click on a link and check that out. All right, so let's see. What do we got? Okay. Okay, so just right away I see Joanne. Joanne says, Radley, I'm just wondering if you can pick up anything on me relative to career or anything that comes up. Well, sure, let's do that. So I'm going to grab Archangel Power Tarot cards. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Doug. Bridget and Doug Parvin have just entered the room. Bridget is a new Hay House author, and she is married to an amazing man. They are both spiritual teachers and have a wonderful practice in Southern California. So Bridget's book is a Hay House book that she wrote with Joanne Virtue. It's coming out, I think, this year, called How to Get Your Life Back. All right, so back to Joanne. All right, so focusing Joanne and career. Okay. Wow, well, this is a really good reading, Joanne, to be honest with you. So the first card is 9 of REL. Now, 9 of REL is the card of wishes come true. So, but it's sitting in the past. So what this kind of tells me is Joanne's feeling a little defeated, that maybe she had some wishes that she really wanted to come true when it comes to career, and she's feeling like that like the train has left the station or the unicorn has left the station. but the truth of the matter is the rest of this looks really, really good. So it's about time for you to really kind of get your groove back on. Now, the next card is 4 of Raphael. It's so funny, I swear, on a stack of tarot cards. I was actually just talking conceptually about this card with my BFF Doreen Virtue like 15 minutes before we went live. So, and the reason is that some people think this is a challenging card, but I disagree. I just would argue differently, because it says, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. But one of the traditional meanings of this particular card is missing an opportunity. So what do we have? We have a lovely young lady right here, and she is playing with 3 seashells. And in the background behind her is Archangel Raphael offering her a 4th. But she isn't aware of that at the moment. Now, dragonflies are flying around her, so magic abounds. But what I like to tell people about this is, like, when they pull this card, they freak out and they go, oh my God, I'm going to miss an opportunity. I'm like, well, no, you're not. Now you know. Why would you miss it now that you know? This is a heads up from heaven card. Heads up from heaven. And so that's a positive thing. But what it kind of tells me is, Joanne, is I really kind of think that you kind of have your wishes come true, and they haven't been coming true as fast as you would like. And so you might have kind of gone to sleep. You might have started to think, well, maybe they're just never going to come true, and you've stopped looking. Well, wake up, girlfriend, because the next card is the World. The World. This is awesome sauce, right? This is, a friend of mine says that. But this is awesome stuff. I mean, this is great. This is success and joy and getting what you want. Now, curiously, since you're asking about career, or not curiously, because I don't believe in coincidences, only synchronicities. Well, this is Archangel Michael. I know, hottie patati, right? Yeah. So Archangel Michael, but he is the archangel that talks about life purpose, right? Life purpose. So that's like career. So, all I think you really need to do, Joanne, is make sure you're awake. Snap out of it, okay? Wake up, girlfriend. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Because great stuff is coming, and I guarantee you it's attached to the dreams come true, okay? All right, yay. Yes, I love Archangel Michael too, Lisa. Okay, but Uriel has my heart. And Gabriel. Uriel and Gabriel are my favorites. But I love Michael. I do love Michael. All right, so let's see. We're going to try to grab a question off the screen. Okay, let's see. Okay, Anne-Marie says, you and Doreen inspire me to a spiritual career, but I've never been able to get my guardian angel names. Can you help? Anne-Marie, Anne-Marie, Anne-Marie. Okay, so this has started happening ever since I started doing Facebook Live and doing, and doing guardian angel names so frequently, is that people's guardian angel names will come to me before the show even starts, and I don't even know who they're for. But they're not, the ones that I have right here are not for you, Anne-Marie. So we are going to go ahead and get you names. So the first name we have is Gabriella. Gabriella. Now that's interesting. That's a sneak peek. So so we're gonna come back to that. So Gabriella we come up with, and we also come up with Nathaniel. So Gabriella and Nathaniel, and so Gabriella would like to talk to you about your spiritual career, and so she says, dearest child, we are so proud of you that you have devoted your heart to the helping and healing of others. Patience is key. Who do you like patience? I don't like patience, but patience is key. she just went, shut up, Radley, and write. I love funny guardian angels. I love funny guardian angels. Okay, patience is key. This is going to be a banner year for you in your spiritual career. It is a ramp up to 2018 where the fun really begins. Okay? 2017 will start to really accelerate in late spring. That's in the US, late spring US time. Late spring. Just hold on. It's going to be a wild ride, and you are going to love it. So there you go, Anne-Marie. Okay, so let's go back to Facebook. Okay. Let's see now. Oh. Well. Okay, all right. Well, hi, Chris. How are you? Long time no see. So, Chris wants to know if there are any angel messages for him this year. So, we'll go to Angel Tarot cards and see what we get. So, you know what? I'm feeling like I do this thing where I call them rad scopes. I usually do them once a year. They're posted out there if you want to see them. If you'd like to see what 2017 looks like for you, it's a mixture of tarot and astrology. So you can look at it by your astrological sign. But we're just going to take a look right here real quick for Chris, and we're going to look at the 4 quarters of 2017 for Chris and see what we see. 2 and 1. All right. Oh, all right. Well, it's a good year, Chris. So the only card that's at all a little bit of a challenge is the first 3 months. So January, February, March. And that is 4 of Earth. And it's not really a challenge. Again, this is a heads up card from heaven. And so this is a card that talks about being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. But ignore the money part, okay? So this is, I always like to think about it more from the standpoint of energy. So traditionally, this card can mean that you are either hoarding money, not spending it at all, and you know, what's it for if you're not going to spend it, or that you're spending it too frivolously. But think about it from an energetic standpoint. It could be also, and often is, that you are emotionally either walled off or emotionally giving too much of yourself. Or it could be anything else. It could be giving of yourself too much or not giving of yourself enough. So, but you clearly get that straightened out because April, May, June is 4 of fire. Well, this is the next 3 cards are so happy. These are such happy cards. So, this is contentment, peace, and abundance. It's a happy home life. It's celebration. It's joy. It's feeling like life is really, really good. And next is 10 of Earth, which is also a card that's like a happy family kind of card. Now, interestingly enough, our cards are very, very diverse. And so this card, one of the things that you may or may not have noticed is this is a very happy family, happy, joyful. But look, Mary and Johnny have 2 moms. Okay? So this is one of our cards that can talk about gay relationships. Finally, we have the world. The world. All right? So it's like total success and happiness and joy. So Chris, I think what this says is you have some sort of breakthrough in the first 3 months that comes from really starting to understand something about yourself emotionally and how you give. And that leads to meeting somebody and having a happy life with somebody and by the end of the year, total success. So it's a good year for you, dude. There you go. All right. So now we're gonna go back to over here. Okay. So let's see. So Kathy says, may you please give me my guardian angels' names, please and thank you. After losing so many loved ones, I just cannot get their names. See, that's how fast it goes. Okay, that's how fast it goes. That's why. That's how fast it goes. All right. So Kathy. Oh, so these guardian angel names are for you, Kathy. They popped in earlier, and so let me just bring them over. Now, one of the things that I noticed about these names, Kathy, is that they're very unusual. So the first name was Qatar. It's K-A-T-A-R, Qatar. And that is a masculine energy. And then we have a name that is Devrin. It is D-E-V-R-Y-N, Devrin. And that is a female energy. Now, as many of you probably know, guardian angels don't necessarily, no angels necessarily have genders, but what they do have is they present themselves to us in ways in which that feel right to us, in ways in which that will make us feel connected the most. So let's see. So we're going to talk with Qatar, and Qatar says, greetings. Oh, he's going to be formal. Greetings, dearest Kathy. We are so honored to be communicating with you directly through Radley. Though he is only introducing us, there is nothing that he is doing right now to communicate with you to communicate with us through you that you cannot do yourself, and that is true. So let's see what else. The time has come for you to truly express the spiritual child of God that you are, and to let your brilliant light shine. Devrin and I have been having conversations ears burning, been conversations about you with Archangel Metatron. Okay. He has special gifts that have to do with very special or sensitive people like yourself. He would like to work in harmony with you in the future, as would we. Please continue this communication. We are waiting. We are of service. We are loving you. So there you go. Okay. Which angel can I talk to about becoming more creative? Hey, Lindsay. Well, for me, that's always Archangel Gabriel. That's one of the reasons why I work for her. And in fact, this is new. This is carnelian. I just got this. It's carnelian. And it resonates to Archangel Gabriel because it's all about creativity. And so, so I like stone. I kind of have a bracelet fetish. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I wear my wedding bands, and when I'm on the air or on the road, I wear this necklace or another necklace. But for the most part, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. But I've kind of got a bracelet fetish, and the reason is because I like having the energy of the stones in my hands, because what do? I write, right? I write. And thank you, guys, ladies, about the necklace. It was a gift from my husband. So, actually, it's a cute story. I'm always the white colored medals, and he is the yellow colored medals. And so he got me this from Tiffany's, and he has a yellow gold version. And when I travel, we both wear them constantly, and it's our way of staying energetically connected while I'm on the road. So, isn't that sweet? Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. So, Gabriel. I really like the combination of Gabriel and Uriel, just because I don't want to be anywhere without Uriel. But he's the Archangel of Epiphany and brilliant ideas. So if you take Gabriel, who's the Archangel of Creativity, and you take Uriel, the Archangel of Brilliant Ideas, and you work with them together, really amazing stuff happens. So that's what I would suggest to you, Lindsay. Okay, so we are going to go back to Facebook. We're going to refresh the page, see what is happening over here. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so hi M. Let me just read this because it's kind of a long post. So I have some major decisions to make, and I'm going to need miracles all over the place. Well, okay, as they are linked to one another. Okay, I would love a reading. Perhaps sell my home. Perhaps become my parents' live-in career. I don't know if she means caterer or caretake. Maybe you mean caretaker. Hopefully still be able to pursue some creative writings. I'm hoping my post catches your eyes today. Well, it did, Em. All right, so you know what? We're going to go to Guardian Angel Tarot cards for this. And let's see what we get. So I'm going to try to piece this together, Em. I hope I'm doing it wrong copy paste. Well, that'll be fun to look for later. Okay, so so major decision making. I'm going to need miracles all over the place as they are linked to one another. Well, okay, so I guess the first thing I want to say about that, before I even pull any cards, is I'm going to need miracles all over the place to pull it together. Sounds, and maybe you don't mean it this way, and if you don't, I apologize, but it sounds a little desperate, okay? It sounds a little desperate. So I really want you to see it a different way, or to at the very least, please just say it a different way. And so instead of saying I have some major decisions to make and I'm going to need miracles all over the place, let's say instead, I'm fine with I have some major decisions to make, but then follow it up with, and miracles are going to happen. Isn't that better? I have some major decisions to make, and I know in my heart that miracles are going to happen. Isn't that better? Let's do that, okay? So let's just take a look. So you kind of had some pieces here. Sell my home, become my parents' live-in. I think you meant caretaker. Will I still be able to pursue some creative wishes? The answer about the creative wishes is yes, because Gabriel just basically said, absolutely, this is not a problem. This is not, the creative wishes are not on the table from the standpoint of something you need to be worrying about. But let's look at the other two things. So, sell your house. Parents, caretaker. Well, interesting. Yeah, interesting. You know, So the first card is positive recognition. This card is the Sun card in traditional tarot. It's success, but I think that I'm more drawn to caring about this card because she is the healer of thought in traditional tarot. She is the Queen of Swords in Angel Tarot cards. She is the Queen of Air. And you may have heard me say before, she's one of my absolute favorite court cards. But she represents you. This is you. And so we call her affectionately the garage sale queen. and I don't know if you'd say that to her face, but other people call her the feng shui queen. But what she does is she cleans out. She cleans out everything that she doesn't need anymore and gets rid of it. Okay? And so the last card, though, is, and that goes in line with possibly selling your home. Now, the next card is Seven of Emotion. And this card reads, your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you have been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you're procrastinating because you don't want to upset someone else. I am betting big angel dollars that rings true to you. That rings true to you. So when I look at you being your parents' caretaker, the first card is Eight of Emotion. Now I like this card a lot. So look at this card. And so it's this woman, and she's looking out her window, and she's pulled back some lace curtains. And I think of that like the veil, pulling back the veil. And she's looking out into the world, and she's asking, surely there's more to life than this. Surely there is more to my life than what I am currently experiencing. There has to be. And she's ready. She's ready to pursue it. She's ready to do it. She's going to take whatever, she's going to do whatever it takes. Now, it's like lots of times people freak out when there's cards that talk about change in tarot. But you know what? It's like, look at her. She's happy. And you know why she's happy? These changes are her choice. She's decided to make these changes. Nobody's pushing her. Nobody's forcing her. This is her choice. So the next card is things are working out beautifully now that your ship has come in. It's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. I kind of think that this is also about your creative endeavors that you want to do, that the time has now come for you to pursue them. And then the last card is successful completion. And it says, this is the time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in an amazing job well done. A job well done. A job completed. All right, so here's what I think, I think you are, I'm kind of getting angel bumps for you. So I think that it's time for life to change. And I do think that probably selling the house is part of that, moving on. I think it's fine for you to be your parents' caretaker, but I think that's temporary. I don't think you're going to be doing that all that long. So it's almost like you go do it and you get it set up and you kind of get it processed, and then you start to look for somebody else to kind of do it to free you up so that you can go after the creative endeavors. So once again, I just want to once again say I have some very major decisions to make, and miracles are gonna happen. Okay. All right, so let's see. So Karen M Hello, Red. It's my birthday today. I want my guardian angel names. Did you see that one, Sherry? Can you grab it? Karen M. It's her birthday. If you could pin that, that'd be groovy. But I got enough. I don't guess I need it pinned. So Karen. Okay. All right. So let's put these away. All right. So Karen. So Sophie. So Karen, Sophie, and Naomi. So Sophie and Naomi, Karen. Oh, and happy birthday. So Sophie and Naomi. I'm getting this feeling that I need to pull out for you angel answer oracle cards. So we're going to do that. And just pull some cards for you from Sophie and Naomi. Okay. Sorry. This one thing that people don't know probably about me is I'm a gym rat. I work out constantly at the gym, and yesterday I was doing bench presses and I sprained my wrist. And it's curious to me that apparently that is a motion that you use when you shuffle cards. So it's like, ow! Right. Okay. Okay. So, okay, we're just going to do it a different way so that it doesn't hurt. I don't think that pulling cards for somebody should hurt. Okay. We'll do this the Doreen Virtue way, okay? Okay. All right, so this is the card for Sophie. And this card wants to come out for Naomi. So from Sophie, be assertive. Be assertive, okay? And so, in fact, I'm being told to tell you that this is what Sophie looks like, all right? How about that? I've never had that happen before. So this is what Sophie looks like. And she wants you to be assertive. And you'll notice she's holding a mask. She's holding a mask. And so part of that be assertive thing is about being yourself. Assert yourself, the true self. Don't hide behind any mask. Don't hide behind what anybody else wants. Take off the mask. Be who you are. And then, and the next card is Naomi. And here's what Naomi looks like. Okay? Here's what Naomi looks like. This is super cool. This has never happened before. I like this. So the card says, if you believe. If you believe. So Sophie and Naomi want you to know that if you be assertive, take off the masks, be who you really are, and if you believe that you can do whatever it is you want to do. So you know what? When you blow out those candles on that cake today, make a wish and believe it will come true. That was super cool. Okay, all right, so let's see. All right, so next, refreshing Facebook for the bazillions of questions. All right, here we go. Most recent. Okay. Okay, let's see. So Sharon, hi Sharon, how you doing? Sharon says some very nice things, and thank you. Please, can you offer me guidance on my love area? Am I going to be in a romantic relationship with a person I have in mind? I would greatly appreciate your guidance. Thanks with so much gratitude. Okay, Sharon. So we're going to go to Romance Angels because my go-to deck for stuff like this. So, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading on the question that you asked is, are you going to be in a relationship with a person that you have in mind? And if the answer turns out to be yes, well, then we're done, right? We're done. But if the answer to the question turns out to be no, then we'll do a romance reading and see, well, then what's coming, okay? Okay, so the person in your mind, Sharon. Person in your mind. Okay, person in your mind. So, the first card is reconciliation. So, someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this is in the past, so that may have already happened. Perhaps this person is someone that you have a past with, or maybe this person reminds you of somebody that you have a past with. The next card is getting to know one another. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So getting to know each other. And the last card is new love. So a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So to me, this is a yes. So this is a yes. But you're in this phase right now, okay? So you're in the phase of getting to know each other. So, you know, don't blow past that. That needs to happen. I kind of think about this as I don't think my family watches this show, so I'll say this story. When my sister met her husband, and they've been together forever, it was this, one of the things that I noticed about watching it was that it was this very elegant romance. It didn't race, it didn't, they weren't running to the altar. It was just so elegant and romantic and graceful. And so that takes time. Elegant and graceful is not usually run to the altar. So I think that's what you're looking at, is something that is elegant and graceful that leads to love. Okay? Alrighty then. Okay, so that was good. Yay. So let's see. Okay. So Barbara says, I never got to say goodbye to a loved one last week. Is he happy? Well, Barbara, let me write down your name so it doesn't blip out of my brain. The answer to the question is yes. Because you can't go to heaven and not be happy. And I'm sorry, there's just no other place to go. I think I read this in Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, Book 1. Maybe one of you can confirm this, because I was looking through that book the other day trying to find this quote, and I don't know if I made it up in my brain, can attribute it to him, or if he really said it. I think he said it. But it's this analogy, and the analogy is that God is the ocean. Excuse me. Coconut water, yum. Okay, God is the ocean. And so imagine if you take a really gigantic boulder and you throw it, and it goes splash in the ocean, and all these little drops of water go flying into the air. And so God's still the ocean, but all those little drops of water, that's us. Right? That's why we're still part. We came from the ocean. We came from God. And we're going to go back to the ocean. Because those drops of water, they aren't going to go to space. Unless it's one heck of a big rock. The water's going to go up. And it's going to come back down. Back into the ocean. Back to God. Because there's nowhere else for it to go. So if anybody knows if that was Neil Donald Walsh, tell me. All right, but back to your loved one, Barbara. So for that, I always go to talking to heaven. All right? Oh, jumping card. All right, well, we'll set that aside. That came flying out of the box. So I feel like I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the jumping card. So the jumping card says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I would have lived differently. Okay? So we'll just set that aside. And then we'll get your message, Barbara, from the loved one. Well, this starts with, I am sorry, please forgive me. That seems somewhat similar to if I had known what I know now. I am just a thought away. I am just a thought away. And I watch over you every day. I watch over you every day. So cool for you, Barbara. You just got a new guide on the other side. Take advantage of that. So, all right. So that's that. All right. So let's see. Amy. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Amy says, hi, Rad. What is the scoop on love and romance in my life? I know I am not meant to be alone forever, and I feel that he is coming. Any thoughts? Well, let's go take a peek. We're going to go right back where we just came from to the romance angels. Romance angels. So we're just gonna have to shuffle Doreen Virtue shuffles today because it hurts. Okay, all right. That's so weird that I've never had that happen. But then again, I don't know if I remember ever having sprained my wrist before. All right, so so this card and that card, no, that card. This card goes back, and this card. So, first of all, I lost your name. What was your name? Amy. See, this is why I write things down. Amy. Okay, so, love yourself first. Okay? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Now, here's the scoop about that. This card is sitting in the past, so that kind of tells me that you've kind of done this work. Okay? So good on you that you have done this work. Good on you. The next card is reconciliation. So someone from your past who comes back. Now, again, this reminds me of what I just said before, is that with this particular card, sometimes I think it can be somebody who reminds us of somebody that we have been with before. So, you know, there you go. The next card is release your ex. Okay, so now we're going to back up a minute. So love yourself first. So reconciliation, release your ex. This feels tied to me. So this makes me wonder, Amy, have you just not quite cut the cords? Have you just not quite cut the energetic connection between you and the person from the past? Because that is critical. That is really, really critical. So we're going to pull one more card. And what we get is past life relationship. Past life relationship. So we're still not done. So love yourself first. Reconciliation, release your ex. The reason you're having trouble releasing the ex is it's a past life relationship. Okay? So that is still getting in your way. So you do all that. Then the new love comes. Geez, did that take forever to get to? Right? Okay. So you got some work to do a little bit still. But you're right. Love is coming. Love will come. Love will come. So we're going to... I want to do a thing about when for you, but I don't want to do it with these cards. I prefer to do it with tarot cards. So let me just put these back in the deck in some sort of random way. And here's Angel Tarot cards that just happen to be laying here. So So the world. So 21. So that feels to me like 21 weeks. So you're going to meet somebody in about 21 weeks. All right. So that's that. All right. So what am I doing next? I am going over here. Let's see. Esmeralda, I love that name. Hi, I would really love a message, how to go forward on my spiritual path. All right, Esmeralda, so we're going to grab for you fairy tarot cards, all right? I love that name. All right, Esmeralda. So, but I'm still going to write it down. Esmeralda. All right. Here we go. So, a message from the fairies. All right. Okay, so what we have, the first card is Five of Summer. Five of Summer. And so this is a card and it says, trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. This is basically just a card about keeping your thoughts positive, but I kind of really sort of focused on that. Remove yourself from the negative emotion of others. So one of the things that that I really believe in is removing drama queens and kings from your life. So if you've got some drama queens and kings in your life, Esmeralda, it's time to sort of send them packing. Now, I've got some advice for you on how to do that because I have done this in my life before, and even recently done it. And one of the things that you can do is there is an archangel whose name is Zadkiel, Z-A-D-K-I-E-L, Zadkiel. His name means the righteousness of God. Now, he's known by people about being able to help you to remember things. So, like you're like taking a test, okay? Students should hang out with Zadkiel all the time. Where you're like realizing that you're about to walk up to somebody and you're supposed to know their name and you don't. You go, Zadkiel, what's their name? What's their name? So, but I figured out a long time ago that Zadkiel is not just the angel of remembering, he is the archangel of forgetting. So that's really helpful. And so one of the things when I wanted to clear out certain people that were big drama queens and kings in my life that were just taking and not giving anything back and they're just wearing me out was I'll ask Archangel Zadkiel to just let them sort of forget me. And, you know, so I just sort of stopped contacting them and stopped calling them and asked Zadkiel for them to forget me and gone. So, all right, so the next card is Queen of Autumn. Queen of Autumn. So the Queen of Autumn, she's a really awesome queen. I really like her. I like the queens. I just think they're amazing. She loves to nurture others. She's a really great mom. She loves to nurture others. But she also loves to take care of herself. She loves beautiful things. And she can just sort of magically make things happen. So I think that part of what this card is trying to say is that as you go forward on your spiritual path and you sort of clear out some of the stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore, one of the things that you are going to notice is that suddenly things start to go really, really well for you, that you can just do anything you want. And with that comes the wheel. And the wheel is big changes, big changes. This card is tied to Jupiter. Did you know that all of the cards in tarot have an astrological attribution? They do. And what is Jupiter? Jupiter is luck, right? It's good luck. This is usually when things have been at a standstill and suddenly they start to move forward. And so yay, it's a pretty good reading. And so, you know, it's like clean out the energy draining folks that are in your life so that you can focus on yourself and allow for people who can enrich your life to in their place. All right, all right. Okay, so let's get rid of these cards. I just hit refresh on Facebook, and on. All right. Let's see. All right. God, everybody's just into romance today. All right, so hi Diane. Can you please do a romance reading for me? At Christmas, I was in Calgary, and so I started talking to a guy on a dating site. We never did meet while I was there, but have continued to talk. We know some of the same people, so I know he's a good guy. He is flying to Vancouver next week to meet me. Oh, yay. We have a weekend planned with a getaway to Seattle and even spending Valentine's Day together. Can you please give me insight on what happens next? Will I be moving to Calgary to be with him? Girlfriend! Let's meet him first. Oh my God, let's meet him first, okay? Let's meet him first. I mean, it's like, first of all, yay for you. I mean, that sounds awesome. I mean, I don't know how often things like that happen, but that's really, what a super great story. Before I pack my bags, I think I might meet him and you know, and go to Seattle and have a Valentine's Day. Now, now, I have to tell you, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Oh my God. Because I met the man that would be my husband, and we were selling our houses and moving in together within like 2 months. So I really do not have any right to say anything about this. But you know what? Let's ask the cards. Let's ask the cards. Let's ask them. Why not? Let's just do. How do I want to do this? I want to do this. I'm going to do it with Angel Answer Oracle cards. Okay, and so, as many of you know, I separate Angel Answer Oracle cards into 3 stacks. What I do is I do the timing cards within the next few weeks, not the right time, perfect timing, in the near future. I put them in a stack together. And then I put together the yes-no cards. So yes, unlikely, reconsider, yes, you're ready, no, 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 there's something better, choose a new direction, all those cards. I put those together. And so, and then the other cards okay. Let's see if I can get this card that I just threw on the ground. All right. Well, yes. But meet him first, okay? Don't start packing. Just meet him first. All right? Okay. All right. Hilarious. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Anne. She says, my mom passed away on May 30th, 2016. Are there any messages, please? So, Anne, talking to heaven. All right, let's see. See, this is why I keep dropping the cards. It's because I'm not shuffling them the way that I normally shuffle them. If you're just tuned in, I sprained my wrist at the gym, and so shuffling my normal way hurts. So I'm trying to shuffle them the way Doreen does, but I'm not good at that. All right. Okay, so this card and this card and this card. All right, so first card, I am standing right next to you. I kind of have a funny feeling, Anne, that you knew that. So she is right with you, standing right next to you. This is interesting. So the card says, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. I think that this card shows up a lot for people who have guilt about one thing or another. It might be something small. It could even be something silly. Or it might be something significant that could not be called silly. But in any way, it's not your fault. And when they get to the other side, you know, all is forgiven and, you know, they let it go. And I am so much better now. I am so much better now. So there you go, Anne. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, so it is 12:03. We got a 15, no, it was actually 11 minutes late. But we're going to keep going until 12:15, just because of our technical difficulties that we had when we started. So we're going to keep going. So let's see. Let's see. So hi Megan. She wants to know if there are any messages. Well, that flew by. So Megan, I saw Megan and I saw acting career. That's what I saw. So we're gonna go with that. So let's see. So, you know, that's fairy tale cards for this. Oh no, but you specifically asked for messages from your angels. You did. So, Archangel Power Tarot. Oh, there you are, Megan. Hi. Oh, you're pretty. Let's see. Hi, Redley. I would love to know if there are any messages from me about my angels, about my acting career and or love. Please. Been single for a while. Well, your picture's only this big, but I'm pretty sure you won't be single forever. You're a pretty girl. All right, so let's see. All right. Here we go. Fairies are okay. Well, we've got the angels out. We're good. We're good. All right. So here we go. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Okay, so the first card is Eight of Michael. Eight of Michael. This is a card that talks about feeling trapped when you're really not. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this card symbolically. We have Archangel Michael, and we have this young woman, and she's busted free, sort of, kind of, almost. She has busted through the gate. She has dropped her shackles, but her feet are inside a golden lasso, a golden lasso. Now, symbolism, people think that symbolism has to be 8 million years old or something. It doesn't. Symbolism can be contemporary too. So, who has a golden lasso? Wonder Woman, dun, dun, right? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has a golden lasso. And what does a golden lasso do? It makes you tell the truth. And so the only thing holding this woman back right now is understanding the truth of her situation. After that, she'll be completely free. Now, let's see where we go from there. Well, the next card is the moon. The next card is the moon. Funny thing about the moon is hidden things. It can be secrets. It can also be activity that is going on behind the scenes. And so, now the last card is very revealing. It says Eight of Gabriel. Eight of Gabriel. This is the card that I say all the time these days. This is my life. Right now, my life is this card. All right? I am writing 2 books for Hay House, just me. I got 2 card decks coming out. I got an app coming out. I got a video course coming out. I got a European tour coming out. It's too much to do, right? See this flurry of activity? It's a great deal of activity, sudden immediate results, and immediate and important communication. That's important too. So what does that mean? So I consider this the card to be too much to do, but lots of great stuff. Like you don't want to turn it down. You don't want to say no to any of it. And so what I think is happening in your career right now, Megan, is that things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. And it's going to turn into a lot of offers, a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunity. I think also too with the moon, it's like almost like you come out of, I don't want to say, don't be offended by this, but it's like coming out of obscurity. It's coming out of, it's not being known and no one knowing you to suddenly everybody knowing you. So this is a very, very positive reading. You just got to be a little bit patient, because this is what's going on right now. This is the whole thing about things going on behind the scenes and not really knowing what's happening or what's going on. But this is coming. This is coming. All right. You just saw a puppy. Yes. that is Riley Grace of Pitter Patadonia, and her birthday was last week. So if you want to say happy birthday to Riley, you can. All right. So let's see. Where are we? Let's go to Facebook. Over here. Most recent. Oh. I keep forgetting to do this every single week. So, where in the world is Radley going to be? Well, I'm going to be a lot of places. So, I am going to be in Denver, Colorado at the For Heaven's Sake bookstore. I think that's April 21st, I think. You can go to my Facebook page and click on events and you'll find these. So, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be talking about guardian angels and getting their names. I know y'all love that, so there's that. And that's an evening event. Now, For Heaven's Sake is an enchanting, adorable, lovely, small bookstore. So if you want to do that, oh, it's April 22nd. I love my social media manager. It's April 22nd. So if you want to do that event, you better hurry, because it will sell out fast. By the way, I don't take any money for events I do at bookstores. This is just a gift of love. I go to the bookstores because I want them to succeed. I want them to stay. So the money they make from my events, they keep. It's theirs. That is the way. That's how Doreen taught me, and that is how it is. So, then I'm going to be in London, England, July 1st for the Angel World Summit. Going to be there with Kyle Gray and Diana Cooper and Lorna Byrne, and so that's coming. I will be at Angle Congress. That's in Salzburg, Austria. I love Austria with all of my heart. I am so excited about this. And Angel Congress is a huge event with like 20 angel speakers. So it's a big deal. So I'm always excited to do that, and I'm so excited I get to go to Salzburg. I'm going to be in Chicago in July. So you can click on my events and see that one. Now that is a 2 to 3 day event. And now I know that sounds weird when I say 2 to 3 day events. So it's a 2-day event, and where I teach some stuff that I've never taught before. It's July 22nd and 23rd. I'm going to teach some stuff I've never taught before. So if you're a CACR and you want to go to the next level, this is the event. And then there's the option, if you want to take it, of a 3rd day. And that 3rd day is nothing but me helping people get better at doing their readings. So you can look into that if you want to. I think that's all my events. I think that's it. Okay, so for right now. Well, actually, that's probably all my events. With all these writing things that I've got going on, my new favorite word is no. Because I gotta take care of myself. I can't live 8 of Gabriel if I don't take care of myself. So, but in 2018, all of this stuff will have been written and created, and Radley's hitting the road. All right. Okay. So that's that. Now I just talked for a bunch of minutes, so we're gonna go to 12:20 now. Sorry, Sherry. Okay. So let's see. What was I doing? I was going to. Let's see. I want to answer this question, but I can't find the question. All I can find is where this person started talking to somebody else about it, but they didn't say what the question is. And so I just want to look for a minute and see if I can find it. Because I really want to answer it. But I can only look for so long. I'll have to stop if... No, that can't be right. I just can't, well, I can't find it, so, oh well. All right, so let's just go over here. Kathleen wants to know if a speaking career is right for her. Kathleen, speaking career. All right, so we're going to go to, now we're going to go to Fairy Tarot cards. And see, is a speaking career right for Kathleen? I'm just going to try it. Is a speaking career right for Kathleen? Raphael, I don't understand the question. My soulmate is O. So, give me more. All right, Kathleen. Oh, you're welcome, honey. All right, let's see. So, oh, all right. So, the first card is Five of Autumn. Five of Autumn. So the funny thing about Five of Autumn is it says reach out to others to get assistance. So you might need to get some assistance in this, and that's great. That's no problem. But also, this is a card of worrying about money and lack, and so you kind of need to get that under control a little bit. But this card is sitting in the past, so maybe you've kind of gotten a little bit past that. Now the next card, the card of right now. Okay, got it. So the next card is Seven of Spring. Be assertive. Go after it, right? Go after it. Don't back down from what you believe. Stand up for yourself. Go for it. And then the last card is the Lover's card. The Lover's card. So this is when I get a card like this that has to do with career, what I usually come to is a couple of things. First of all, in ancient times, this card was called the Lover's card. It was called the Choice. It was called the Choice. And it asks us to make choices with all of our heart. All right, so make choices with all of our heart. When I also see this card with a career thing, one of the things that I look at it is I look at it and I go, you know what? You're going to love it. And people are going to love you. And they're going to love you for loving them, and you're going to love them for loving you. There's a hidden meaning in that. so I'm not going to tell you what that means. But anyway, it's just a silly reference to a musical, that's all. Sorry, just being silly. You'd love it. You'd love it. Go for it. Hey, Raphael. So Raphael wants to know, hello, Rad, is my soulmate in the USA? Well, let's talk about that, Raphael, just a bit before we pull some cards. I am a big believer that there is more than one soulmate for every single person on the planet. You can have a soulmate that's your mom. You can have a soulmate that is your best friend. That's because soulmate relationships are not always romantic relationships. Now, I know what you mean. I know, I get it. I understand what you mean. Just understand that you can also have more than one romantic soulmate as well. And so it's, you know, you can also, and this is really important, I always like people, I want people to know this, is that you can have the best, most amazing, most wonderful romance and marriage and happy life with someone who is not a soulmate. It's just the perfect person for you. So don't get glued to that word. Okay, don't get glued to that word. But what you mean, and I know what you mean, is there happy romance and love for you in the USA? Let's find out. Our dog. Okay, so the first card is this card that we've been talking about that's called the Moon, all right? The Moon. So this is what's hidden from us. This is knowledge that we can't see, but that's sitting in the past. That's sitting in the past, so that's okay. The next card is Page of Fire, Hubba Hubba. This is a very passionate card. So this is a card that talks about something new and exciting that comes into your life. But I think that what we are going to go with this is the personality attributes. So a soulmate for you in the US would be outgoing and creative and confident and mischievous. But this is a very passionate card. And the last card is, drum roll, is King of Water. King of Water. So now you asked for soulmate, and so if there's a male soulmate card in this deck, this is it. All right, this is it. So although we don't get caught up on genders in cards, but this is the court card that talks about the one that is the one that you keep, the one that you love, the one that will stand beside you, the one that will never leave, the one that you can trust. So, I don't know if you're living in the United States and wondering if I should just ditch the USA because there's nobody here. Or probably more likely with your last name, you're living abroad and want to know if the right person for you is in the US. I don't know. I don't know what the story is. But the answer to the question is there is a soulmate for you in the United States. So there. All right. Okay, there you go, Rafi. So let's see, where are we? Well, now we're at 12:20. Okay, so hi guys. So I just want to say thanks. Sorry we had some technical difficulties starting up, but I love doing this every single week. It's always a joy for me. It makes me so happy to get to spend time with you guys. I don't forget my radio show that happens every Thursdays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. It's called Magical Things with Radley Valentine on Hay House Radio, and so this. I'll be there this Thursday, and then next Sunday I'll be back for Ask Rad. So love you guys. Have a magical week, and never forget that life is magic.